Let's see here. We got here in the dark. We're gonna drop the trailer because there's some bad spots up here. Take the ATV up to camp where Joe is. Okay, that's gotta be done. Marcus is gonna think I'm taking over the joint or something.
I know, we'll try and get our yard sale out of your way.
Oh, don't worry about that. Thanks, Shannon. The gastronomic biscuits and gravy.
It's breakfast.
Warm burrito for breakfast.
That's
huh?
good.
You made those at home?
Mm-hmm. Little potatoes, some, I think it's venison and eggs. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I got some jalapenos in there too.
Oh, jalapenos, as they call them in northern Minnesota. Those don't mix well with Scandinavian stomach.
They don't?
No. Jalapenos.
You don't do so well when you go to the Southwest and eat there.
Oh, no. I avoid it. I take a detour and go with something like, I don't know, oatmeal. Well, if you're wondering what we're doing, we are in Nevada. Joe Webster, Mr. Lucky, has an out tag here. And his buddy Carl is here. And Carl, you only get to join us for a couple days, right?
Yep, today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow. Well, season starts in 3 days.
I know.
Man. And these guys work for Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership. It's like the dudes that and gals who get it all done in D.C. Even though you're based in Nevada.
Yes.
You're in Montana.
I am.
You guys got people scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to cover a lot of terrain today, guys. Because we only got 2 days to find every elk in the unit.
Yeah, so we know which one we want.
Yeah, I think that thing came across and went up and over.
Got some elk tracks?
Yeah, I got some elk tracks. Looks like a single. Heading that way. Which makes sense. There's good steep habitat over there to go bed down and hide.
I've known a TRCP for about 20 years, and it's always good to talk to Joel about what TRCP is doing and how they get their work done. So I decided to ask Joel some questions about migrations and funding for protecting migration corridors.
Well, as an organization, the way we work is focusing on getting policy outcomes, right? And so there might be all this sort of hay being made in the media over things, and we're really focused on like what are the policy outcomes we need to benefit fish and wildlife habitat as well as, hunter angler access. And we work with our partners to identify what those priorities are, and then we work with lawmakers on both sides of the aisle to get them to yes and to get the win done. And that's really what our focus is.
I'm always impressed with how your fingerprints are on so many things that are really important to wildlife from a policy standpoint.
One of the things that TRCP is working on right now is there's bipartisan legislation called the Wildlife Movement Through Partnerships Act. And what that bill would do is it would fund all these programs. When you're looking under the couch cushions for money, it only happens when it's a priority for leadership, and it's only a matter of time before somebody decides that they've got different priorities that need funding, and so the money goes away. So we're working to make sure that money doesn't go away, and in fact, hopefully it's even increased a little bit.
Yeah, you can't do conservation with a bake sale.
You can't.
Anyone who thinks conservation is expensive today, just wait 10 years.
Yeah.
These first little benches where it flattens out, that's like bedding central. Or the way the wind comes over this ridge, the reason I think they'd be bedded right there They could look down and then the wind would,
Yeah, give them some out.
yeah. And then if they needed to bail, they could just bail down really fast.
They can move out in a hurry when they've got gravity on their side.
Yeah. Well, we're supposedly up on summer range in a couple inches of snow. But this is where, from when I had a mule deer tag in here, they said this is where the deer summer. And they migrate about 30 miles that way. It's amazing how these animals have figured out that risk-reward relationship that, well, I'm gonna go travel crossing fences and highways and everything else because I think there's better living conditions somewhere else.
The state that I think pioneered the wildlife migration research with GPS collars is Wyoming. And that led to Secretarial Order 3362 during the Trump administration in 2018 that directed the interior departments to prioritize research and mapping and habitat improvement in cooperation with the states. And so through that, it's led to a really awesome partnership with the federal government and the states and the tribes to do research on the ground with like GPS collars for mule deer and elk and pronghorn to track those seasonal movements, and then they're mapping them and then using that information to do things like habitat improvement, to improve the nutritional value of habitat, do things like conservation easements, strategic acquisitions, removing fences where they're a barrier, putting in, highway fencing and overpasses and underpasses, all to facilitate this movement, but also to make sure that money's going in the most effective place possible, right? So you can actually get the most bang for your buck. Like, why do a habitat project in a place where the deer aren't? It's something though.
Oh yeah. They don't seem to be worried about hiding. Sparring on the wide open sky. Yeah, they probably have never been pursued.
Two young bulls came right up on the skyline there. The good news is they came up from right above where our camp is. So I guess that's all right. But we got the rest of today and all day tomorrow to scout, and then season is going to get serious. It's a tad on the windy side today. Not believe I'm not locating an elk right at sunup in this amount of territory.
I think one real important takeaway for hunters, migrations are not just cool, they support wildlife abundance. By having greater nutrition, you're gonna have does that have more fawns. And as a result of that, there's gonna be more deer on the landscape. And so that results in more hunting opportunity. You take away those migrations, yes, there will be some deer on the landscape, but you'll have fewer. And so as a result, harder to draw tags, plus all the other sort of ecosystem level effects, right? Mule deer are an important part of a greater ecosystem, part of a greater food web. You lose those, I think that collapses as well, or changes anyway.
The resiliency to the herds, whether it's to harsh winters, whether it's to predation or whatever, if they're able to make these long distance migrations and keep themselves in prime habitats along the way, they're way more robust and resilient to all those things that we see impacts populations. I'm glad it's not 15 degrees colder with this wind.
Yeah, I agree.
It'd be hard to sit here if it was 15 degrees
I think the wind's
colder.
supposed to pick up a little this afternoon too.
Yeah, I know. But let's let the wind get it out of its system today, so that tomorrow when season starts, you don't have to deal with all this wind.
Yep.
I am so thankful that you made 2 long trips down here scouting, Joel. Think if we just showed up with a day or two to try to figure out country this big.
It's hard.
We'd be,
Stressed out?
yeah.
Yeah. We'll find them. I mean, there's elk sign all over.
Getting shots.
What's that?
It's getting the shots.
Yeah. Marcus doing his normal hard work.
That was downhill.
I'm sure this is not what people think about hunting in Nevada. Cold, snow, wind.
Such a good movement.
I'm
How do you want
following
to do
you.
this? You wanna...
I don't know. Walk right behind that guy or go up and get up on there and be above him. I don't know. Leave it up to you.
I mean, it seems like we need to go a slightly different route, don't we?
Yeah.
Think we go up?
Yeah.
Do we just go straight up and then turn over?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with that. Just remember, you think I drive slow? You should see how slow I walk.
Oh, yeah?
Kim says I'm built for comfort, not speed.
Horses. Yeah.
There's a really nice bull over there.
Where are you looking?
Let me find him again. He's in that. He's
Is he in an open spot or in some tree?
So you see that? You got this ridge right here that runs down the secondary ridge. It's all timbered on the right.
Yeah.
You see the backbone of it just on the left in that scattered timber. I can barely make them out. Whole bunch of elk. Whole pile of elk. It's kind of overwhelming. There's so many bulls over there. Like everywhere I look, I find another one. So, see if I can find some more.
Nevada is really known as mule deer country, yet, as you can tell, we're seeing mostly elk. The deer have already migrated, and that got me thinking about what Carl and Joel have provided as to this deer migration. This is all summer range, even though there's snow here.
Summer range in the winter.
Yeah, but I haven't seen much for deer tracks, which tells me, talking to the Division of Wildlife Biologists when I had this deer tag, I said, you know, these does leave like clockwork, regardless of snow or no snow. They know they got to get to that winter range by early November.
Here in one of our Northeast Nevada units, the biologist, she's now retired, but she told me that they happen to have some collared does that spend their summer in a little specific aspen stand. That's where they have their fawns. So they know where they're at. They're wearing the GPS collars. They know when they leave, and it's within a few days every year. And it's late October. Yeah. They're not waiting for the snow to land in Jarvis. They're heading out. Yeah. They're on their own schedule.
And if we don't research wildlife and know where they're at, know where they're living, then we're making decisions without good information. Right. And so we could be theoretically blocking an important wildlife migration corridor without any knowledge of it, right? And so it's important to have that information so we can develop smartly and in a way that still allows these wildlife to continue to move.
We've barely even opened the book on what we know about wildlife. We think we know a lot.
Yeah, and so much of this technology is brand new.
back in the probably 70s, and they were using different colored ear tags and different patterns on the ear tags so they could recognize these deer. Spent a lot of time out following the deer, and they mapped it, and they were remarkably close, but their migration corridor was wide. With these GPS collars, it's down to feet. Yeah.
They're also doing really cool mortality studies to figure out the causes of deer mortality, so they can then, learn like what's the driver of population in this range or in this hunting unit, and then address that population driver versus just taking a wild guess.
Yeah.
We've all got good opinions, but it's amazing how sometimes we're wrong.
The deer, the elk, the pronghorn, everything that migrates would write you a thank you note if they could. So I'll have to suffice, guys.
Well, appreciate it.
I mean, we just care like everybody else, right? And we care about these critters, so yeah, I want to do the right thing.
Amazing country. Trying to glass into pockets where I think they'd be out of the wind, because all the bulls we saw over here were pretty much in a wind protected slope. I'm trying to look in where these pockets would be that give them protection from the wind, but not seeing anything over on this side. Maybe I'm just not looking good enough. Also hard to glass through this snow when the flurries come, but the elk are there somewhere. Just gotta find them.
I think that bull I videoed this summer is up there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you see that like sage face there? Like not right in front of us, but that bull back in there beyond.
Mm-hmm.
There's a single bull out there that
I think it's him, huh?
looks a lot like him.
Cool.
But there's elk all over the place. We just keep finding them.
Yeah.
I don't know how many bulls we've seen, but
A lot.
7. There's 7 there, like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, something like that.
I've been looking over here. I haven't seen anything.
Really? There must be a bull in there. There must be.
But unless you want to tough it out until you're froze there,
No, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to pack up.
Yeah, I don't. There's nothing we can do right now anyway, and we're just looking at tons of elk, so it's just like there's no reason to stay.
Whew. This is my first real wintry hunt of the year.
Takes a while to get into it.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a stiffer layer of long handles on in the morning.
I got my thickest pair.
You're what?
I got my heaviest pair on. I might have to wear like 2 pair.
I got my lightest pair. But I wasn't as tough as you guys. I didn't sit out there in the wind. I don't know how you guys did it.
I don't either. Ugh. All right.
I mean, even if you worked overtime to do that, to take some off up there at 10 feet, you're getting after it. He's got to have some long tine,
To be able to make
long
that.
beam to scratch it up that far.
It's unbelievable.
How about you shoot him tomorrow?
All right, let's do that.
Do that.
Got some caribou chili tonight. My good friend Corey's recipe, actually. It's the best chili recipe I know of. So, excited about this.
Sweet. Where's the caribou from?
40 Mile herd. Did last year.
Last year, sweet.
Yeah, I killed a hell of a bull and the antlers burned up in a tannery fire.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
Dang.
100%. I mean,
So you sent it. Oh, he was that time.
I killed like a once in a lifetime caribou.
Dang.
And it burned up in that Fairbanks fire, so
Uh,
I don't know, I guess I gotta go back.
yeah. At least we get to enjoy eating them.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Thank you.
You bet.
Yeah, thanks, Joel.
little caribou chili.
Randy's 60th birthday dinner.
I know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Randy. Happy birthday to you.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, sorry we didn't bring you a cake.
Well, that's all right.
I know, I meant to buy you a Twinkie at least.
Yeah. We're going to go up there tomorrow. You guys are going to go one way. I'm going to go a different way, and then I'm going to come rendezvous with you guys.
Tell us what you saw.
But by the time I get to you guys, you might already have a gut pile rolling out of the cavity and onto the dirt.
We will see. We'll see how much restraint I have.
I don't leave the truck without everything we need to get one out because I'm that confident you're going to shoot one. I'm not one of those guys who goes out there and, oh, well, I'll come back to the truck if I get one.
After what we saw tonight, I'm pretty confident I'm going to shoot one too. It's just a matter of when and which bull.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Could you shoot him just slightly uphill from the truck?
you know, I'm going to try and shoot one at the top of one of those chutes on the other
Really?
side of the canyon. That's my goal.
I might
Top
pull,
of the chute.
I might pull a hammy on the way over there.